Hello future RNs, this is Sir Josh, and for this recorded lecture, ang di-discuss po natin is all about the pathophysiology of your cancer. Okay, so in here, normally, with our normal cells, okay, pag meron kasi tayong mga cancer cells, what happens is that nagkakaroon ng tinatawag na damage in your DNA. Because, bakit nagkakaroon ng damage with your DNA? It's because of the presence of your carcinogen sa tinatawag natin, okay? Nagkakaroon po tayo ng exposure of our carcinogens, of our cells to carcinogens. So in these agents, they usually cause, tawag ito, mutation of your normal cells into a malignant cell. Okay, so yun po yung tinatawag natin na process na carcinogenesis. That is just the process of transforming normal cells into malignant cells. Wherein tong mga carcinogens naman po, these are actually agents that can actually damage yung mismong DNA natin. Okay, normally our body, kapag nakadetect po siya ng damage in our cells or ng damage in our DNA, anong ginagawa nito is that it will going to help to repair yung mga damaged cells natin. So normally, pag nakadetect yung katawan natin na nagkaroon ng damage in our DNA, okay, normally nagkakaroon ng tinatawag na initiation. Okay, initiation of your what? Initiation of your tinatawag natin na apoptosis. Okay, para saan po ba si apoptosis? Remember, okay, your apoptosis, that is actually your programmed cell death or your programmed cellular death natin. But, in the case of your cancer, pag nagkaroon ng unsuccessful repair, it will going to damage your DNA that will lead to the failure of your DNA repair. And pag nagkaroon po ng damage in our DNA or hindi po naayos ang ating DNA, what will happen is that nagkakaroon po ng tinatawag natin na potential or permanent mutation. Ibig sabihin, pag potential or permanent mutation, it means pwedeng magbago yung mismong genetic component ng ating mga cells. Or mag-transform sila into mutant cells or yung mga tinatawag natin na mga cancer cells natin. And kapag nagkaroon ng failure of DNA repair, what happens is nagkakaroon po ng tinatawag natin na genetic or errors accumulation. Okay. Ngayon, pag yung mismong DNA natin or yung mismong katawan natin, hindi nila kayang i-repair yung mismong DNA natin. Sabi natin kanina, nagkakaroon ng permanent mutation or nagtra-transform yung mismong mga cells natin. Okay, nagkakaroon ng mutations or changes in the genome somatic cells na tinatawag natin. And in that event, okay, what will happen? Okay, remember, in your tinatawag natin na genome somatic cells, okay, sabi natin kanina, maaapektuhan yung mismong mga tinatawag natin na mga oncogenes. Okay, aside from your oncogenes, there will be also an affectation with your tumor suppressor genes, and then lastly with your apoptosis regulating genes natin. So ano ba itong mga oncogenes? Okay, normally, itong mga oncogenes natin, okay, meron muna tayong tinatawag normally na mga proto-oncogenes natin. So, ano itong mga proto-oncogenes natin, sir? So, your proto-oncogenes, okay, remember, nurses, these are normal. Okay, these are normal growth genes natin. Okay, your proto-oncogenes, these are normal growth genes that is responsible for what? They are responsible for the regulation of your normal cell growth and repair. Okay, so yun po yung mismong trabaho ng ating mga proto-oncogenes. Okay, they help to regulate, okay, the normal cell growth and cell repair natin. But in the case of your cancer, since sabi natin kanina, nagkaroon ng failure of DNA repair, that will lead to what? Permanent mutation of your what? Mutation of your, tinatawag natin kanina na genome somatic cells natin. Wherein, yung mismong mga proto-oncogenes natin, okay, they will be alter. Okay, maa-alter po yung mga proto-oncogenes natin or mag-mutate po yung mga proto-oncogenes natin, and yun na po yung tinatawag natin na mga oncogenes natin. So, ano ba itong mga oncogenes natin na to? These are considered as altered proto-oncogenes. Okay, itong mga oncogenes natin, these are considered as altered proto-oncogenes. So, wherein these oncogenes, they promote what? They promote autonomous cell growth in your tumor cells. Okay, cell growth in tumor cells. Okay, sila po ang nagproproduce or sila po ang tumutulong para dumami po or para lumaki po yung mga tumor cells natin. These are your oncogenes na tinatawag natin. Okay? Sabi natin kanina, meron din tayong mga tinatawag na tumor suppressor genes. Sir, ano naman po ang function ng ating mga tumor suppressor genes? So, these tumor suppressor genes, they are also considered as your what? They are also considered as your breaks of the cell. Okay? Tinatawag po natin silang mga breaks of the cell. And normally, this tumor suppressor genes po, they regulate what? Ano naman po ang nire-regulate nila? They regulate your cell cycle. They regulate your cell cycle and prevent abnormal cell growth. Okay, yan naman po yung ginagawa ng ating mga tumor suppressor genes. They are considered ones as your breaks of the cycle, and they do regulate the cell cycle and prevent your abnormal growth of your tumor cells natin or mga growth of your cell o mga cell growths natin. And then remember no, yung tumor suppressors genes natin, meron po tayong iba't ibang types. Meron tayong dalawang types here that are indicated here. We have your gatekeeper cells, and then we also have your caretaker cells natin. So mag-start muna tayo with your gatekeeper cells. Your gatekeeper cells, may ano pong function nito is it has a direct control. Okay, it directly control what? It directly control the growth of your tumors. Okay, it directly control the growth of tumors. By how, sir? Paano po niya na ko-control? Directly mismong paglaki ng ating mga tumor cells is, it is through your what? It is through your cell or inhibiting your what? Inhibiting cell proliferation. And aside from that one, it also promote your apoptosis. Diba sabi natin kanina, nurses, anong ibig sabihin ng cell proliferation? That is just the ability of our cells to divide or to grow. How about with your apoptosis? Sabi natin your apoptosis, that is your program cellular death natin. So yan po yung ginagawa ng ating mga gatekeeper cells. It control the growth of your tumors by how? By inhibiting your cell proliferation and promoting your apoptosis or your program cell death na tinatawag natin. Sir, how about with your caretaker cells? Remember, your caretaker cells naman on the other hand, ano naman ang kanyang function? It control the rate of what? Okay, it control the rate of your mutation. Okay, so yan naman po yung mismong ginagawa ng ating mga control or caretaker cells natin. Okay, so tandaan natin ha, that your tumor suppressor genes, okay, they are considered as the brakes of your cell because they regulate the cell cycle and prevent abnormal cell growth. And meron tayong dalawang types. We have your gatekeeper cells, okay, that control the growth of your tumors by how? By inhibiting cell proliferation and by promoting apoptosis as well. However, on the other hand, meron tayong tinatawag na caretaker cells, nurses. Ano naman ang caretaker cells natin? They control, okay, the rate of your mutation. And remember, pag nagkaroon ng genetic mutation, what happens? Okay? Na-alter po yung mismong mga function ng ating mga tumor suppressor genes. So ngayon, pag nagkaroon ng inactivation of your gatekeeper cell, what will happen? Okay? Pag na-inactivate po okay, yung mismong gatekeeper cells natin, what will happen? Nagkakaroon na ng uncontrolled proliferation. Okay, uncontrolled proliferation or cell growth. And aside from that one, however, with your caretaker cells naman, kapag sila ay nag-mutate or they are being transformed, ano ang nangyayari naman sa kanila? Okay, nag-i-increase yung mismong tinatawag natin na genetic instability. And aside from that one, nagkakaroon ng tinatawag natin na increase in your in your mutation. Pag nagkaroon kasi ng increase in your genetic instability, what will happen is that nag-i-increase din po yung ating tinatawag na mutation. Kasi sabi natin kanina, yan yung mismong function or trabaho ng ating caretaker cells, that is to control the rate of mutation. So pag nagkaroon ng mutation of your caretaker cells, nagkakaroon ng genetic instability that will further increase yung mutation, and aside from your mutation, nag-i-increase din po yung mismong malignancy ng ating mga tumor cells. And pag nag-increase tong dalawang to, that will lead to increase tumor growth. Okay, so next naman tayo here, okay, with your, pag nagkaroon ng mutations in your genome somatic cells, sabi natin kanina, it affects your oncogenes, okay? It affects your tumor suppressor genes, and of course, it also affects your tinatawag natin na apoptosis regulating genes natin. Okay, dito tayo sa ating next na process, which is the activation of your growth promoting oncogenes. Remember, pag nagkaroon ng activation of your of growth of your promoting genes, what happens? Iba yung mga oncogenes natin, it promotes what? It promotes autonomous cell growth in your tumor cells. And that will lead to what? Unregulated proliferation. Okay, normally bibigyan ko kayo ng example when it comes to your cell proliferation. Sabi natin kanina, dapat ay regulated yung mismong cell proliferation natin. Anong example natin? Kung ilan ang namatay, okay, kung ilan ang nasirang mga normal cells natin, okay, on the other hand, dapat iyan din yung mismong na-produce natin na mga normal cells kapalit ng mga nasirang normal cells natin. For example, bibigyan ko kayo ng scenario. Kapag nagkaroon ng destruction of 2.5 million na RBC, okay? For example, nasira yung mismong 2.5, nasira po yung mismong 2.5 million na RBC. Then definitely, pag regulated or normal yung mismong cell proliferation natin, okay, nagkakaroon din po ng what? Production of 2.5 million RBC or approximately 2.5 million na RBC. Okay? So, yun po ang ibig sabihin ng normal na or regulated na cell proliferation natin. Pag nasira, okay, for example, nasira approximately 2.5 billion na RBC in every second, then definitely, okay, nagkakaroon din dapat ng production ng 2.5 million na RBC in every second. Definitely, they are proportion with each other or equal. That's why sabi natin kanina, it is considered as a regulated na cell proliferation. Normally dapat yan. Pero pagdating sa ating cancer cells, hindi pa ganun ang nangyayari. Okay? Sabi nga natin, pag nagkaroon ng nagkaroon ng tawag dito, ng mutation in our mga DNA or in our cells, sabi natin, pag nagkaroon ng unregulated proliferation, what will happen? Okay, yung mga mutant cells natin, or yung mga cancer cells or tumor cells natin, what will happen to them? They are going to keep on dividing. Okay, they keep on dividing. Okay, and of course, with that, since sabi natin kanina na-activate natin yung mga oncogenes natin, remember yung oncogenes natin that is responsible to promote cell growth of your tumor cells, okay, nagkakaroon ng division without any control. Hindi na po natin nakokontrol yung mismong pagdami ng ating mga mutant cells or yung mga cancer cells natin. And aside from that one, same also kapag nagkaroon ng inactivation of your tumor suppressor genes because of that mutation, what happens? Of course, that will lead to possible unregulated cell proliferation. Okay? Hindi na natin nare-regulate, hindi na natin nakokontrol yung mismong pagdami ng ating mga cancer cells or ng mga mutant cells na tinatawag natin. And aside from that one, pag nagkaroon po ng alteration in genes that promote your apoptosis, what will happen? Definitely that will decrease yung mismong capacity ng ating cells to promote or to initiate yung tinatawag natin na apoptosis or yung mismong program cellular death natin. And what will happen with that is that pag nag-decrease po yung mismong apoptosis natin, okay, what will happen? Okay, yung mismong mga cells natin na nasira, okay, or it will allow damage. Okay, it will going to allow damaged cells to survive and replicate. Okay, kasi nga nawala na po mismo yung capability ng ating cells, no, ng ating mga normal cells to promote program cell death para matanggal sana yung mga nasira na mga cells natin. Okay? So, yan po yung nangyayari. Of course, pag nagkaroon ng unregulated cell proliferation and decrease in your apoptosis, that will lead to possible, tinatawag natin na clonal expansion. Sir, ano pong ibig sabihin ng clonal expansion? Since sabi natin kanina, nagkaroon ng unregulated cell proliferation wherein these mutant cells or yung mga cancer cells natin, they keep on dividing without control. Nagkakaroon ng what? Nagkakaroon ng formation of abnormal clones of cell. Okay, nagkakaroon ng formation of abnormal clones of your cells natin. That will lead to, kapag masyado ng madami, okay, the more na nag-replicate yung mga mutated cells natin, they are going to create a large population, okay? A large population of this abnormally identical cells, no? Okay, nagkakaroon ng tawag dito, creation of your large population, kaya siya tinatawag na clonal expansion. Okay? So, ngayon, sabi natin kanina, yung mga mutated cells natin, they keep on replicating. Okay? They keep on creating a larger population of these abnormally identical cells. Ang mangyayari, okay, that will lead to possible, tinatawag natin na additional mutation. Okay? So, in your addition, bakit nagkakaroon ng additional mutation? It's because, okay, nagkakaroon po kasi ng tinatawag na accumulation of your genetic alterations over time. Okay? The more na nag-mutate yung mismong mga cells natin or yung mismong DNA natin over time. And with that, pag nagkaroon ng additional mutation, what will happen? Okay, nagkakaroon ng increase in number 1, malignancy, increase in its invasive capabilities, and of course, nagkakaroon ng more resistance to apoptosis. Okay, ano bang ibig sabihin ulit ng malignancy? Pag sinabi nating malignancy, that is just the spread, okay? The process of spreading, no, of ng mga cancer cells natin from the primary site of your tumor to different organs and even distant sites of our body. Or, nagkakaroon po ng widespread, no, ng ating cancer cells all throughout your body. Yan ang ibig sabihin ng metastasis natin or yung mismong malignancy natin. Okay? And aside, metastasis pala. Okay? Aside from that one, no, pagdating sa ating invasiveness, okay, what will happen is that normally, no, yung mga cells kasi natin, they are going to stop moving. Okay? When they come in contact with another cell. And of course, okay, pag nag-stop yung mismong movement nila, pag parang nagbanggaan yung mga natin, nagkaroon ng banggaan ng isang cell to another cell, okay, anong mangyayari sa nagkakaroon ng symmetrical arrangement of these cells? Okay, para maayos po nila yung kanilang arrangement, okay? And aside from that one, okay, yung mismong mga normal cells natin, no, they usually stop to divide. Okay, when they are being surrounded by other cells. Nang sa ganon, okay, magkaroon ng arrangement or proper arrangement or formation ng mismong mga cells natin. But, in the case of your cancer, tandaan natin na in the case of your cancer nurses, yung mismong mga cancer cells natin, they keep on continue what? Okay, they continue to pile up on top of each other. Or nagkakaroon ng tinatawag natin na invasion or tinatawag din natin na infiltration ng mismong mga cancer cells natin to its distant cells and tissue. Okay, nag-i-increase lahat yan. It's because of that additional mutation dahil masyado na pong dumadami yung mismong population ng mga abnormal na identical cells or mismong mga clones ng ating mga cancer cells. Kaya nga tinatawag na clonal expansion. Okay, next naman tayo here with the escape immunity. Okay, so yung mismo mga cancer cells natin, they usually bypass, no, yung mismong tinatawag natin na meron kasi tayong tinatawag na what do you call that one? Immunologic surveillance or mismong protection ng ating katawan from this specific antigens. Okay, remember yung mismo mga tumor natin, no, they usually secretes or expresses itong tinatawag natin na TSA or yung mga tinatawag natin na tumor specific antigens. And of course, normally, no, yung ating katawan, kapag nakadetect sila ng mga TS antigen or mga tumor specific antigen, ang ginagawa nila, okay, yung mismong immune system natin, it will going to recognize it as a foreign object, as a foreign body. And after that one, remember, no, magpaproduce yung katawan natin ng mga antibodies, okay, and it will going to destroy that cancer cell. Okay, normally, ganun yung ginagawa ng ating ating immune system. Okay, specifically, no, yung tumor-specific antigen natin, sabi natin kanina, yan yung antigen, no, na naproproduce ng ating mga tumor cells. And ginagamit natin yan as tinatawag natin na as part of your diagnostic test or yung tinatawag natin na tumor markers. Okay, so that we could screen, okay, or so that we could diagnose yung mga individuals with this specific cancer pag meron silang presence ng ating tumor specific antigens. Okay, so normally sabi natin yung immune system natin, it will going to destroy, okay, once it recognizes, no, yung mismong presence ng ating TSA that is being secreted by your mga tumors natin, it will produce your what? Okay, yung tinatawag natin na ating immunologic surveillance. Okay, so ano yung tumutulong with during your immunologic surveillance is your cytotoxic T cells natin. Okay, it will going to destroy, it will going to kill your cancer cells. But in the case of your cancer, okay, magagaling kasi itong mga cancer cells natin eh. Usually, ang ginagawa nila yan, it will going to, tinatawag natin, i-camouflage na yan. Okay, ibig sabihin, it will going to hide. Okay, yung mismo mga cancer cells natin, it will going to hide from your cytotoxic T cells. Okay, until such time na kapag masyado na silang madami, okay, hindi na kayang labanan ng ating mga cytotoxic T cells, yung mga cancer cells natin. Ganun po kagaling yung mismong mga cancer cells natin. It will going to hide until such time masyado ng malaki yung mismong mga cancer cells natin. Hindi na po siya kayang kalabanin ng ating mga cytotoxic cells. And then next here is your modulation. So mismo, yung mga cancer cells natin, it will going to change its identity. Ibig sabihin, it will going to lose some of its antigen para in response of your immunity, hindi niya ma-recognize na isa siyang cancer cell. Okay, that is in your modulation. And then next here is that overwhelming exposure. Wherein, okay, ang nangyayari dito is that yung mismo mga cancer cells natin, okay, or yung mga TSA natin, it will going to flood or it will going to overload yung mismong immune system natin until such time, yung mismong immune system natin dahil sa sobrang daming antigen, okay, that is being produced or sobrang daming TSA that is being produced or secreted by your tumor natin, it will no longer tawag dito, hindi niya alam kung sino yung mismong papatayin niya. Okay, kumbaga mabubulag yung immune system natin until such time, hindi niya alam or hindi niya na ma-detect kung sino talaga yung totoong cancer cell. Okay, dahil sa sobrang dami ng ating tinatawag na TSA, kasi nga sabi natin, the more na mas dumadaming TSA natin, the more din na naproproduce na antibodies in our body until such time nagiging inefficient na po yung mismong immune system natin. Okay? And then here in your blocking agent, sabi natin kanina, yung mismong mga cancer cells natin, magbabind sila sa iba't ibang antibodies until such time, okay, malilito na po yung mismong immune system natin, hindi na po niya alam kung sino yung mga totoong cancer cells para yun dapat yung kanyang mga kailangang patayin. Okay? So that, sabi natin kanina, yung mga cancer cells natin, it will going to bypass yung tinatawag natin na immunologic surveillance of our immune system. Okay, next naman here is the angiogenesis. Okay, pag sinabi kasi nating angiogenesis yan, this is just the formation of a vascular supply, okay, so sustain your blood vessel growth. Okay, remember, ibig sabihin pag angiogenesis process yan, no, ng formation ng ating mga blood vessels, wherein this, tawag dito, this cancer cells, no, they usually secrete growth factors, okay, wherein meron tayong tinatawag na mga vascular endothelial growth factor or your VEGF. And remember, this VEGF, this is an example of angiogenic factors. Okay, angiogenic factor siya, and anong ginagawa ng VEGF na to? It will going to stimulate processes of your angiogenesis. Okay, it will stimulate process of your angiogenesis. Wherein, in here, ang nangyayari during your angiogenesis, Okay, dahil nagkakaroon ng bagong formation ng ating mga capillaries, okay, what will happen? Of course, pag mayroong blood flow, definitely that will provide more oxygen and nutrients to that tumor, okay? And kapag meron ng enough na oxygen, meron ng enough na nutrition, that is actually needed for your tumor growth. Okay, and aside from that one, the more na nagkakaroon ng tinatawag na vascular supply, the more din na mas nagkakaroon ng bagong route or creation of route for metastasis. Okay, and then lastly, we have here your tumor progression natin. So, what happens during the progression of your tumor growth? Okay, nangyayari dito is that it will going to evolve into more aggressive phenotype. Ibig sabihin, mas agresibo, mas madami siya mag-proliferate, mas madami siyang pwedeng mag-spread. Okay, yung capability niya na mag-spread. Okay, so what will happen here is that nagkakaroon ng yung mismong mga cancer cells natin, they are going to adapt for survival. Okay, mas kaya nilang mabuhay dahil nga, of course, through your angiogenesis, mas mabubuhay sila dahil nga merong nagpro-provide sa kanila ng oxygen and nutrition. Okay? And nutrients, I should say. And of course, pagdating sa invasion natin, remember, yung mismong mga cancer cells natin or mga tumor cells natin, they are going to invade yung mismong mga surrounding cells and tissues natin until such time that kapag ganun ang nangyari, mas mataas yung mismong chance para mag-spread yung mismong mga cancer cells natin from another site or which is yung tinatawag natin na metastasis, okay? Or yung spread of cancer cells from a primary tumor, okay, to different organs and even distant sites in your body. Okay? And then lastly, we have here your malignant neoplasm. So what happens naman dito is that, tawag dito, yung mismong mga tumor cells natin, they are already considered as cancerous. Okay, di ba pag sabi natin neoplasm, that is just the new formation, no, bagong formation or production ng ating mga cells. Ngayon, yung mismong natin in this process, what happens is that yung mga tumor natin, they are already considered as cancerous. Ibig sabihin, pwede na silang mag-metastasize, pwede na silang mag-spread to the different parts of our body. Okay, so they are already capable of local tissue invasion and possible destruction kapag masyado ng madaming mismong mga tumor cells natin. And in here, okay, nagkakaroon na ng uncontrolled growth. Hindi na talaga yan makontrol until such time, okay, hinahihirapan na din po silang mapatay, okay, because of its immortality to any, for example, chemotherapeutic agents, okay, or any other treatment modalities, okay, in managing your cancers. And of course, they already have that ability to metastasize, okay? And then lastly, we have here your invasion and your metastasis. Ibig sabihin, pag invasion, what happens here is that yung mga tumor cells natin, it will going to breach yung mismong basement membrane ng mga cells natin. And until such time, pag na-breach po yung mismong basement membrane ng mga cells natin, it will going to infiltrate surrounding tissues. Okay, it will going to infiltrate surrounding tissues. How about with your metastasis? Sabi natin, pag sinabi natin metastasis, no, that is just this spread, no, yung ng mga cancer cells natin to distant site via paano po nakakapag-spread or paano po nag-spread or nag-circulate yung mismong mga cancer cells natin all throughout our body. Okay, it can actually be circulated in your bloodstream, okay, through your lymphatic system and as well of direct seeding of your body cavity. Ibig sabihin, pag sinabi natin bloodstream, okay, in your bloodstream, okay, yung mismo mga cancer cells natin, they are going to travel through circulation. And remember, yung mga cancer cells natin, they are going to what? They are going to follow the venous, okay? Follow the venous, okay? Kung saan nagda-drain yung mismong mga site of your neoplasm. Okay? And the worst thing is that, kapag yan, umabot na po in our mga tinatawag natin na nodes natin or lymphatic nodes natin, kaya may involvement ng ating lymphatic system when it comes to your metastasis is that, okay, yung mga cancer cells natin, they are going to enter your lymphatic vessels natin. Yung mga cancer cells natin or mga tumor natin, okay, they are going to enter your mismong lymphatic vessels natin until such time, okay, they are going to spread, no? Mag-spread yung mga yan to nearby or mga distant na mga lymph nodes natin. Okay? And then, aside from that one, after that one, nagkakaroon ng direct seeding of your body. Ibig sabihin, okay, in your body cavities, nagkaroon na ng what? Yung mismo mga tumors natin, na-invade na po nila. Okay, yung mga tumors natin, they already invaded a body cavity. Okay, they are going to invade a body cavity from its surrounding tissue and even attach, didikit sila yan sa mga surface ng ating organ within that cavity. Like for example, meron kang liver cancer, and then yung mga cancers natin, they're going to they're going to attach, no, or they're going to invade your peritoneal cavity, like for example. Okay, so yun po yung tinatawag natin na summary of your pathophysiology of your cancer.